Hello, you're welcome to BRAINX TV for our tutorials for BASIC4 learners. Please like the video and share the link of the videos to your friends as well so you can get started. You're all welcome. So please share the link of the videos, share the link, and let's get started. Please do well to identify yourself by the names you want to be addressed with so that you can be addressed with the name accordingly. Hi, Ikwasaki. Hi, you're welcome to the class. Okay, Lois, I see you there. Welcome. Please use the comment section to identify yourselves so that you can be addressed accordingly. Okay, Rabah, I see you there. Israel, you are all welcome. You're all welcome to class. Please do well to like the videos, and then share the comment, share the link of the videos, and use the comment section. Please, if you have not subscribed, please do well to subscribe to BRAINX TV as we are about starting the class. All right, so let's get started. Let's start our Okay, so let's note up the topics that we are going to discuss in our tutorial. Let's note it up so that we can move accordingly. I'm going to list them on the side of the board and we tackle them one after the other. You're welcome. We're going to look at the expand and box method. We're also going to look at skip count numbers. I'm okay for rectangle. All right, so these are the major topics that we are going to discuss today. We look at expand and box, skip counting, positive and negative numbers, square numbers, and doubling and halving. Along the line, we may add up some more topics, but let's have these 5 in mind to start with so that we can all understand these 5 topics. So without wasting much time, let's get started. So please let us all get involved in the pool. Should we get started so that we can start as soon as possible. Please let us get involved in the pool. Oh, it's raining at your end, Irava. Oh, sorry about that. Okay. So sorry about that. But you do well to stay. I'm sure you'll be able to follow. Sorry about the rains. Please, should we get started? Please get involved in the pool, yes or no, and let's get started, okay? If you're ready, let's get started. So once again, let's go over the topic that we're going to discuss over here. We're going to look at expand and box, skip counting, positive and negative numbers, square numbers, and doubling and halving. Okay, so Lois is saying you should start. He said yes. Israel also saying yes. Now, for the pool, we have 50-50. 50 for yes and 50 for no. So which one should we choose? Please do well to use the poll so that you can get your opinions well considered. All right, so we've been live for the past 10 minutes and let's get started. Okay, so let's get started. We've been live for the past 10 minutes, so we can get started. All right, we are starting up with number 3. We are starting with number 3 because some of your friends are not online. Let's get started with this one so that by the time they join, we'll be able to tackle the technical ones, the one that is causing much disturbance to us. Okay, we are starting with positive and negative numbers first. So let's get started with that one. We're looking at positive and negative numbers. So one may ask, what are positive numbers? Please let's use the comment section, okay? It's going to be an interactive class. So we are going to use the comment section a lot to share our thoughts and ideas. All right. So what are positive numbers? What are positive numbers? What are positive numbers? Yes, any idea from anyone? What are positive numbers? Vivian Williams. Please identify yourself with the name that you want to be addressed with so that you can be addressed accordingly. So what are positive numbers? Please, let's get started. Okay, Brendan, I see you there. Yeah, I see you there. What are positive numbers? Okay, so as you've learned already, so positive numbers are the numbers that are greater than 0. Okay, we've worked with positive numbers from crèche. Okay, so all what we know is about positive numbers. So positive numbers are numbers that are greater than 0. All right. Okay. Now, positive numbers are represented with a plus. So they are also represented with a plus in front of them. So like positive 3 is written this way. All right. But we don't mostly write the positive. So assuming you are asked, how old are you? And assuming I'm 9 years old, I won't say, oh, I am positive 9 years old. No. I'll just say I'm 9 years old. But it actually implies that it's a positive number. Okay. Alright, so there are numbers that are greater than 0. Okay. Some examples of positive numbers. Let's get some examples of positive numbers. Any example of positive number, please use the comment section. Okay, so Vivian Williams, please identify yourself with the name you want to be called with, okay? Or address so that I can address you as such. So you're saying there are numbers that are greater than 0. Good. That is very, very true. There are numbers that are greater than 0. Good. Let's just have examples of positive numbers. Let's note one thing, that positive numbers move up to infinity. Okay? As I've told you already, numbers do not end. Numbers can move on up till infinity, where we cannot all get there. Okay? Okay, so some examples of positive numbers. Our marker is not really writing clearly for us today. Okay, so let's. This is better. We said they are greater than 0. So there are numbers that are greater than 0. Okay? And some examples of positive numbers. Let's have some examples of positive numbers in the comment section. Okay, so Israel is giving us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Good, that's very correct. Brendan is giving us 7, 2, 1, 3, 5, 8. Good. That is very true. And Lois is giving us 1, 3, 4, 7. Good, that is also very true. Good. So let's write some of them down. So as our friends suggested, 1 is a positive number. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to infinity. And this sign, these three dots here, implies continuity. Okay, the numbers are moving on and on and on into infinity. All right, so let them look at negative numbers. Okay, since we look at positive numbers to be numbers that are greater than 0, and we looked at some examples of positive numbers to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, up to infinity. Let us now consider negative numbers. Okay, negative numbers. What then are negative numbers? What then are negative numbers? So, Vivian Williams says, negative numbers are numbers that are smaller than 0. Good, that is very true. That is very, very true. So, we are saying that negative numbers are the opposite of positive numbers. Okay. So, if positive numbers are greater than 0, the negative numbers are the numbers that are lesser than 0. Okay. Negative numbers are numbers that are lesser than 0. And they are represented with something. Don't forget we said that with positive numbers, they are represented with a plus sign. Okay, so plus implies positivity. So negative numbers are represented with they are represented with minus sign in front of the number. Okay. If you see any number that has minus sign in front of it, that number is said to be a negative number. That is to say that they are all lesser than 0. Does everyone understand? Nobody who does not understand anything, please write it up in the comment section. If you understand anything, please write it up in the comment section. Okay? If you understand anything, please write it up in the comment section and let us all get our doubts cleared. Okay, so Brendan says, yes, sir, I understand. Good, thank you. Thank you so much. Please, I hope you all understand what you are doing. All right, let's continue. So let's take some examples of negative numbers. So some examples of negative numbers. Please let us write some examples in the comment section. Okay, Vivian is giving us -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6, -7. Good. That is very, very true. Thank you so much for your input. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you so, so much. Yes, some more examples of negative numbers. Okay, Israel is giving us -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. Good. That is very, very correct. That is so, so correct. That is so, so correct. Thank you. All right, so let's write some of the examples. We said that we write negative numbers with a minus sign in front of the number, okay? Let's talk about -5. It's written this way. So this sign shows negativity. All right. Okay. Another one, maybe -20, -11, -7, -1, -4, etc. Okay. So negative numbers also move up to infinity. Goes on and on and on from negative numbers up, from -1 up to negative infinity. and they are also endless. Alright? So please take note of that. So we can put our ellipses over here to show that the negative numbers move on and on and on up to negative infinity. Does everyone understand? Alright. Let's take note of this. You can see that we said that positive numbers are greater than 0, negative numbers are lesser than 0. Then one may ask, what then is 0? Okay, you may ask, what then is 0? If 0 is, we have the positive numbers to be greater than 0, and negative numbers to be less than 0, what then is the 0 itself? Alright, please note this, that 0 is a neutral number. It can be negative, it can be positive. It doesn't take any particular sign. Alright? Good. So, and that's the question where you will see plus 0 in it, like when you were in basic school, you see something like 2 plus 0, over the 0 is viewed as a positive number. Another question, maybe 7 minus 0 is viewed as a negative number. Okay? So 0 itself does not bear any sign. Okay? By using 0 on its own, it becomes 0. It doesn't bear any sign. Whether it's positive or negative, it doesn't bear that. Please take note of it. Alright. Let us then take let's look at some try work over here on positive and negative numbers to test our understanding with positive and negative numbers. Now, before the try work, please note that with positive numbers, a smaller number is a smaller number and a bigger number is a bigger number. Okay? So if you have something like 3, positive 3, and positive 7, okay? The greatest of them is positive 7, okay? Positive 7 is greater than positive 3. When it comes to negative numbers, the smaller the number, the greater the value, okay? So that implies that a small negative number has a greater value, so it's greater than a bigger negative number, okay? So, example like negative 2 and negative 9. Negative 2 and negative 9. Okay. Negative 2 has a greater value than negative 9. Alright. Let's take a scenario to back this up. Okay, so I see you there, Perlagre. I suppose this is Mami Ajua. Okay, I see you there with your examples of negative numbers. Thank you for your input. Okay, Viviana Williams is Othnell. Oh, okay. Othnell, you are welcome. And thanks for your contribution. All right, so as I was saying that negative numbers, small negative number has a greater value than a bigger negative number. Okay, let's take this scenario. The negative means you are owing. Okay, so negative 2 implies that you are owing 2. First, I do with money, so you are owing 2 cedis. Negative 9 implies that you are owing 9 cedis. Weighing the two numbers, you see that the one owing 2 cedis can be seen to be richer than the one owing 9 cedis. Okay, because he has money, that's why he is owing only 2 cedis. And because this guy may not have money, that's why he's owing 9 cedis. Okay, so negative 2 has a greater value than negative 9. So please note that a small negative number has a greater value than a bigger negative number. But with positive numbers, a smaller number is a smaller number and a greater number is a greater number. Okay, let's do this quick try work. The instruction is circle the greatest number. We have 13, 5, and 24. Consider these two numbers. Which of them is the greatest number? Please use the comment section. Okay. Considering 13, 5, and 24. Which of these numbers is the greatest? Please, let's get involved. Let's get involved. Okay, Arthur is saying 24. Thank you. Craig is also saying 24. Thank you. Rabba, okay. 24. Israel, 24. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yes, any other contribution? Ikwasaki, you're saying 24. Israel is saying 24. All right. So, that is very correct. So, 24 is the greatest number. But I said with positive numbers, the greatest number has the greatest value. Okay, let's see the next example. So we have -3, -11, and -9. Which of these three numbers is the greatest? Which of these three numbers is the greatest? Yes, waiting for your input. Which of these three numbers is the greatest? Well, number 2. Okay. Okay, Rabbi is saying -3. Craig, -3. Ikwasaki, -3. Israel. Good, thank you. Arthur, please come again, okay? Come again. I think you missed your sign, so come again with your answer. Okay, my manager is saying -3. Thank you. Thank you all for the input. Good. So we have -3 to be the greatest number here. Now let me see how you're going to try this other way. Number 3. Move on to our next topic. Let's take -7, 0, -25. Which of these three numbers is the greatest? Which of these three numbers is the greatest? We have -7, 0, and -25. Which of these three numbers is the greatest? All right, Arthur, I see your input there. Craig, I see your input there. All right, Cyril, yeah, I see you there. Thank you for joining the class. Israel is saying, okay, Pearl is saying, Rabbi is saying 0. Craig is saying 0. All right, Rabbi is saying 0. Good, that's very correct. You see that negative numbers are numbers that are less than 0. I mean that 0 is greater than all negative numbers, okay? So if you have negative numbers in 0, 0 becomes the greatest number of them. Is that what you understand? We are moving on to our next topic. Square numbers, okay? Square numbers, that's our next topic. Square numbers. So what are square numbers? Please let us in the comment section. What are square numbers? What are square numbers? What are square numbers? Please let's get started. What are square numbers? What are square numbers? What are square numbers? Please let's in the comment section. What are square numbers? What are square numbers? Oh, okay. Ikwasaki is cool. Oh, sorry. I never knew. Sorry. Okay. Ikwasaki, thank you. That's cool for you there. Thank you. Numbers that multiply itself. Good. Cyril, please check your answer. Okay, we solved that particular question. Okay. So numbers that multiply itself. Who else has any other contribution to square numbers? Okay, Osman is saying it's a number that multiplies itself. Yes, that's correct. Craig is saying square numbers are numbers that are multiplied by itself. Okay, that's good. Good. So square numbers, as we all know, or we just said, a square number is a number that multiplies itself. So when a number multiplies itself, the number is a square number. Okay. How does the number multiply itself? Let's take this example. So let's write the definition of square numbers. Numbers, or let's say a number, make it singular. Okay. A number is a square number. Okay. Now notice that if a number is squared, the square is represented by a small 2 written at the top right corner of the number. Okay. A small 2 that is written at the top right corner of the number. Let's take an example like 3 times 3, where 3 is multiplying itself. Okay. So to write this in the short form, write 3 with a small 2 written at the top right corner of the number like this, 3 with 2 up here. This shows a square number. Okay, so this is actually read as 3 squared. Okay, 3 squared. The square is the 2 written over here. So this is read as 3 squared. Does that you all understand? Okay, I think this is Prisley Chini with the username Thomas Chini. It says a square number is a number that multiplies itself. Yes, that's very true. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so just as we've noted, the square is a small 2 written up here. This is actually read 3 squared. This number here is read 3 squared. Okay, so any number can be multiplied by itself. That means any number can be squared. Now, after squaring every number, it comes with a particular value. Okay, which is, look at how we're going to find the value of a squared number. A number that has been squared. Okay, all right. So let's get to work. We are going to use what we call sum of consecutive odd numbers. So sum of consecutive odd numbers. Sum of consecutive odd numbers. That's what we're going to use to help us find the value of the square of a number. So before you even get into this, let's explain the topic. Sum. Sum means addition. So you're going to use addition in what you're going to do a lot. Now, consecutive odd numbers. Please, we have a video on sum of consecutive odd numbers on the channel. So when after this class, you can check out and get yourself abreast with the topic. Okay? I'll try to explain it to you over here too. Consecutive odd numbers. Think about consecutive. They are numbers that follow a pattern such that none can be skipped. For example, I start reciting numbers, I'll call out numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You see, it is not in an order, in a consecutive order. That's what we mean by consecutive, okay? None of them is skipped. As soon as I start reciting 1, 10, 7, 13, 50, you see, it has no order. It's just random numbers. That cannot be termed consecutive. Okay? So for consecutive numbers, the numbers that follow one another or each other, such that it cannot be skipped. That is the definition for the word consecutive, as we are using over here. Okay? So we're going to have odd numbers in that succession, such that none of them has been skipped or can be skipped. Okay, let us write some examples of consecutive odd numbers so that we can be able to apply it to square numbers. All right. Okay, so let's take some examples of odd numbers or consecutive odd numbers. And we have 1. What's the next number after 1? Please let's get to work. Let's get to work. Okay, Nanaya, I see you there. Thank you for joining the class. Nanaya. Okay, so what is the next odd number after 1? What's the next odd number after 1? Don't forget that we're looking at odd numbers now, okay? Consecutive odd numbers. So we are listing only odd numbers in that succession. Alright? So what's the next number after 1? The next odd number after 1. Okay, Craig, I see your input there. 3. Othniel is saying 3. Thank you. Lois is giving us about 3 examples. Thank you. Kukwa is giving us 3. Israel is giving us 3. Okay. Love Shama or whoever. I see your input there. Thank you. Is good. So our next number after 1 is 3. What's the next number? So let us write the next 3 odd numbers. Okay. Let's fill up the next 3 odd numbers after 3. Oh, sorry, Brendan. I see. Okay, Brendan. I don't remember. I was only calling Grace's name. Thanks for the correction. Okay. Let's write the next 3 odd numbers after 1 and 3. Okay. Good. Author, I see you input there 579. Lois, I see 579. Thank you. Please do all to separate your numbers with the comma sign, okay? Okay, Israel, I see you there. Lab Shama from India. All right, thank you for joining the class. I see your input there. Thank you. Brendan, I see you there. Thank you. All right, so we have the next one to be 5, 7, 9. So let's continue, okay? We get 11, 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25 in that order. So you can move up to infinity. Now, because you are going to use the sum of the consecutive odd numbers in finding the value of square numbers, I'm going to copy these numbers over here so we can use it anytime that we need, okay? So let me rewrite this over here. Okay, so we've noted the consecutive odd numbers, okay? We noted the consecutive odd numbers as I've listed them on the board. But I hope you can all see. Our light is clear enough to magnify the board for us. Okay. Now, we're now going to use these consecutive odd numbers to help us find the value of square numbers. We just look at square numbers as a number that multiplies itself. But when the number multiplies itself, it just gives us a particular value we're going to use these odd numbers to help us find the value of square numbers. Okay, so let's do a very quick table here to get the number. Okay, so we are going to use the space over here. I still have what we are going to learn in mind, okay? Then the value. Alright, so let's start with the very first set of numbers, 1. Okay, we are using the sets of counting numbers. So 1. The number is 1. What would be a square of 1? So that means 1 will multiply itself. Okay. So we get 1 squared, which implies 1 is multiplying itself. And we know that the value of 1 times 1 is 1. So if the value is 1, which odd number can be used to represent the 1? That's going to be the same 1. Okay? So as we move on, you understand. Let's take 2. The square of 2 becomes 2 squared, which is the same as 2 times 2. Okay? And 2 times 2 is equal to 4. Now, which odd numbers will be added? We're talking about sum of consecutive odd numbers. Which odd numbers can be added to give us the value of 4? You can see that we have 1 and 3 can be added to give us 4. So we get 1 plus 3 to give us the value of 4. Please, I hope you all understand. Okay, let's move on to the next number. 3. Now that gives us 3 squared, which is 3 times 3. What's the value of 3 times 3? 3 times 3 has a value of 9. Now, which odd numbers will be added to give us the value of 9? Please use the comment section and let's go. Use the comment section. Which odd numbers will be added to give us the value of 9? Okay, Israel is giving us 1 plus 3 plus 5. Good. Austin is giving us 1, 3, and 5. Good. Brendan is also giving us 1 plus 3 plus 5. Good. Thank you. You can see that when we add these 3 odd numbers, we get the value of 9. Someone may ask, why are we not using 9? Because 9 is already an odd number. Yes, your suggestion is good, but that's not correct. Because we are saying sum of consecutive odd numbers should be adding something. If we use 9 alone, and alone is not adding anything, just a number. You only use a number. You get numbers that are adding to give us a 9. That's why you are choosing 1 plus 3 plus 5. So that's giving us 1 plus 3 plus 5. So that you understand it. Alright, let's see the next number, 4. Get 4 squared, which is 4 times 4. What's the value of 4 times 4? Let's work the value out and use it to find this one. Then next, we use this one to find the value over here. Okay? So 4 times 4 is equal to 16. Now, which odd numbers will be added to give us 16? Please let's in the comment section. Let's in the comment section. Let's in the comment section. Found God is giving us 9 plus 7. That's good. That's good. Okay, Ben is giving us 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. That's also good. Kuko is giving us 16. That as the value of the square of 4. That is correct. But we're looking for the value there. Set of odd numbers to be added to give us 16. Okay. So the odd number that will be added to give us 16. Eunice. Please identify yourself, okay? Love Shama. Okay, thank you for your input. Amajua, thank you for your input. You're saying 16. We're looking for the sum of consecutive odd numbers. Okay, so we've gotten the value to be 16, as we have seen over here. I want to use the sum of consecutive odd numbers. All right. Okay, praise the Lord. Thank you for your input. Thank you for the input. Thank you. Okay. I see your reply on WhatsApp. Thank you. Thank you so much. I think that's Alexia. Thank you for your input on WhatsApp. All right, Teresa, that is Lois. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have 16. So which number should be added to give us 16? Please, let's do something very important. There are so many numbers that can be added to give us 16. For example, 1 plus 15 will give us 16. That's a good try. 1 plus 15 is 16, right? That's correct. 3 plus 13 is equal to 16. That is correct. You see that thing? Please don't get confused. You look at what we are doing, okay? We arrive at the safest answer. So 3 plus 13 is 16. That is correct. 5 plus 11 is also 16. That is still correct. Because they are all numbers that are being added. Okay? Alright, and as well, 7 plus 9 is also 16. That is very correct. But one thing we should take note of is sum of consecutive odd numbers. So if we use 1 and 15, they are not consecutive. I hope you understand it. Yes, 1 plus 15 is 16, very correct. But they are not consecutive, so we cannot use 1 and 15. I hope you understand it. Please, if you understand, please write in the comment section, okay? Good, so Benny is reminding us that say, but they do not follow each other. Yes. From God is Herbert. Anyway, Herbert, thank you for joining the class. Okay, so you see, we want consecutive, they should follow one another. So if we use 3 and 13, it gives us 16, but they are not following one another, so you cannot use that. Okay, if we want to use one another, let us add up the numbers you see the one that will give us 16. Okay, so we get 1 plus 3 give us 4, 4 plus 5 will give us 9, 9 plus 7 give us 16. So you have to add 1, 3, 5, and 7. Okay, so answer becomes 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7. That will give us 16. Will everyone understand? Good, understood. Thank you. Priscilla is saying someone has a question. Oh, please feel free. If you have a question, write it in the comment section, okay? Oh, okay. Arena. All right, that's fine. Sorry for being late. All right, that's fine. Please, what's the question, okay? Who has a question? Please, if you have a question, I'm ready to get your question, okay? Please, if you have any question, feel free to ask, okay? Don't keep anything to yourself. Feel free to ask. All right, so let's make progress. Okay. Now, I want us to note one thing. You see, for the first one numbers, we used the value to get the consecutive odd numbers. But that's not what it's actually supposed to do. We're going to learn a trick that will help us to find every number, the score of every number, using the sum of consecutive odd numbers before we find the value. Okay. And let's look over here. When we were squaring 1, we used only one odd number, which is 1. And the value was 1. Okay. Let's look at when we were squaring 2, we used the first two odd numbers, 1 and 3. That gave us the value of 4. Alright. When we square 3, we used the first three odd numbers, 1, 3, and 5. So 3 odd numbers were added to give us the value of 3 squared, which is 9. Alright. And we have squared 4. We added the first 4 odd numbers. Okay? To give us the value of 16. That means that to find the value of a number that is squared, then the number that is squared should give you the number of odd numbers that will be added to give us our answer. Alright, let me take it again. If you are squaring a number, the number that is being squared will tell you the first set of odd numbers to be added to give you the value. So when we are squaring 1, we use the first odd number. When we are squaring 2, we use the first 2 odd numbers. When we are squaring 3, we use the first 3 odd numbers. When you square 4, you use the first 4 odd numbers. Do you understand? So you got to square 5. That means you're going to get how many odd numbers? Please use the comment section. If you want to square 5, how many odd numbers are you going to add to give us the square of 5? How many odd numbers will be added to give us the square of 5? Please use the comment section. Okay, Kuku, I see you answered 5. And Bernard is giving us 5 odd numbers. Good, thank you. That is very true. That's very true. So let's lift them up over here. Let's take 5 squared. No, 5 and a 5 squared. Give us 5 times 5. What will be the odd number that will be added? Please use the comment section. Okay, so I see your answer there. Eunice, I see your answer there. Mamiajo, I see your answer there. Okay. Thank you all for your inputs. Thank you all for your inputs. I'm very grateful. That means that you are really following the class. Thank you so much. Please, at this point, if you have not subscribed, please do want to subscribe to BRAINX TV. So together we can learn mathematics with ease, okay? And then you'll be able to say that mathematics is the easiest subject ever. All right? Thank you. Now let's get to our work. So you get 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 odd numbers will be added to give us the value of 5 squared. Now, what is the value? Let us all add up. 1 plus 3 is what? 4. Okay? 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 16 plus 9 is 25. That means 5 squared is equal to 25. Please, I hope you understand. Okay, Jimilek is Ransford. Oh, okay. Ransford, thank you for joining. Yes, mathematics is so easy. I see that thing, man. Thank you for your contributions and making the class so lively and so easy. You see that thing? Yeah. Let's do for 6. What is 6 squared? The set of odd numbers for 6. Yeah, math is so easy. You see that thing? Easy. Okay, Ransford, I see you there. Thank you for joining. All right, so author is giving us 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Okay, let me address this over here. Odd numbers. Okay. Only odd numbers, no even numbers. So please check out for us, okay? Okay, so Lois, I see your input there. Math is so easy. Yes, Amma, please check up on the numbers we are using, okay? Don't forget we are using only odd numbers, and there should be no even number, okay? So please check up for us. Or better to follow with us in the class and you understand it. All right, Nanaya Kunedo, okay, I've seen your input there. All right, thank you. Let's move on. So we are getting the first 6 numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so up to 11. You get 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11. Thank you. And let's find the value. 1 plus 3 is what? 4. Okay. 4 plus 5 is 9. 9 plus 7 is 16. 16 plus 9 is 25. 25 plus 11 equals 36. That means z squared is equal to 36. Is that what you all understand? Okay, let's move on. Let us all try this one. I'm skipping some numbers. Let us try that of 9. Let us find 9 squared. Let us find the value of 9 squared. The odd number that will be added to give us 9 and its corresponding value. Please let us find the odd numbers for 9 squared and the value of 9 squared. Okay. So we can move on. Please, we are looking for the value of 9. Okay. Brandon, I see your input there. Okay, I see your input there. Thank you for your input. Israel, please check your answer, okay? Check your answer. Also, check your answer as well. Eunice, please check your answer for us. Good. Presley Chain is giving us the set of odd numbers and the value. Thank you. Thank you very much for your input. Thank you so much. All right, Lois, I see your input there. Okay, also now, we are not really going through all the numbers. We don't have enough time, okay? We have some other things to learn, so we just skip some of the numbers, okay? That's why we don't have 7 and 8, okay? I know that if you understand the rule, you can do for any number. All right, let's move on. So for the 9, you get 1. So the first 9 numbers, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we add up to 17, okay? Give us 1 plus 3 plus 5 plus 7 plus 9 plus 11 plus 13 plus 15 plus 17. And we add up, we get the value to be 81. Okay. So please do want to try some more examples on your own. If there's anything, let me know of it. Now we are moving on. We don't have enough time. I wanted us to do 1 hour 30 minutes. And we've done 1 hour now. We have 30 minutes more. So, and we have quite a number of topics to treat. So let's move on. All right. So we can see that mathematics is so easy. You see that thing? Math is so easy. Let's move on. To doubling and halving. I'm going to put the two of them together, okay? Hello. I hope you can hear me. Okay, let's move on to doubling and halving. Now we said doubling is when a number. Oh no, my network is working. Sorry, my network is actually very active. I was a bit engaged. That's why. Okay, sorry about that. So let's move on. Doubling and halving. Okay. We said, what does it mean to double something? So to double a number is simply to add a number to itself. You don't get confused with square numbers. For the square numbers, you have to multiply a number by itself. Multiply for square numbers. But to double means you are going to add a number to itself. Okay? So to double a number, let's take an example to be 3. To double 3 means to add 3 to itself. So this is going to give us 3 plus 3. That's the double of 3. I hope you understand it. Good. And 3 plus 3 is equal to 6. So that means that the double of 3 is equal to 6. Is that you understand it? Alright. And then another way you can do it, you can double a number, it's not always to add. You can always add, it is very correct. But you can play it smart a bit by multiplying the number by 2. That will give us the same answers. Okay? If we want to double 3 again, we're going to use multiplication. We're going to get 3 times 2. Okay? And 3 times 2 is equal to 6. So it's either you use addition, you add the number to itself, or use multiplication, you multiply the number by 2. Is that you understand it? It's either you add the number to itself or you multiply the number by 2 to give us the same answers. Alright. Okay. That's what. Let's take halving. What does it mean to halve? So to halve means to divide a number into 2 equal parts. Please, the emphasis is on equal, okay? Because to halve something means it should be 2 equal parts. One side should be bigger than the other. That is what, that's a part, okay? But to halve a number means to divide a number into 2 equal halves or equal parts. Alright? Okay, so let's get going here. Let's say the number, let's go doubling. Let's take halving. Let's say number 12. What will be the half of 12? It's just to divide 12 into 2 equal half parts. Just give us 12 divided by 2. Okay. When you told them by 2 is equal to 6. So the half of 12 is 6. So you understand? Alright, let's take this quick exercise at the doubling and halving. Very quick exercise. So I can move on to expand the box and skip counting. Let's take a number here. The double and the half. Let's take the number 20. What is the double of 20? Please, what's the double of 20? The double of 20. Okay, Brendan is giving us 40. Anyone else? Israel is giving us 40. Good. Who else? Who else? Who else? The double of 20. The double of 20. All right. Austin is giving us 40. Flourish is giving us 40. Flourish is also giving us 40. The Eunice is giving us 40 as well. All right. So the double of 20 means 20 plus 20, okay? You don't really need to show it, but I'm just writing for you to see how we're getting it. So okay, you can get 20 plus 20 is equal to 40. The last thing they did is 40, not this, okay? Now the half of the same 20. What is now the half of 20? Kamajua, Priscilla, I see your input there, thank you. Kukua, I see your input there, thank you. Now what's the half of 20? Okay. Ransford, okay, I see your input there. Root 10. Arsenal 10. Okay, Lois is giving us 10. Israel is also saying 10. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So half of 20 is 20 divided by 2, which is equal to 10. So you don't really need this one, but I'm showing you how we did it, okay? And the answer is 10. I hope you understand. Let's get an example. 24. Double of 24. Let's go. Double of 24. Double of 24. Double of 24. The double of 24. Let's go. Double of 24. Good. Google is giving us 48. Austin, please check your input, okay? All right, Lois, Vivian, you're giving us 48. Thank you. Kukua, please check your answer. The double of 24. Okay, so let's move on. The double of 24 here is 48. What's the half of 24? Half of 24. Half of 24. Half of 24. Half of 24. Please, we are finding a half of 24. All right, so Ines is giving us 12. Thank you. Who else? Okay, Arthur is giving us 12 as well. Thank you. So the half of 24 here is 12. Is that what I understand? All right, our time is running very fast. So let's quickly get to our next topic, skip counting. Okay, I'm sorry I'm rushing, but our time is running out, okay? So let's get to our next topic, skip counting. So we are done. I'm going to upload a video on YouTube, okay, on BRAINX TV. So you can visit the video again and listen to the explanations that we give for all these topics that we learned, okay? All right, so let's look at skip counting. Skip counting. Now, this type of skip counting you're looking at is the type that you'll be given a number and you'll be asked to find another number with respect to what you have been given. As we've learned already, we have a video of this on BRAINX TV, okay? Please do want to check it out. Let's go over it. We have skip count up and skip count down. And how do you know a skip count up? You know a skip count up when you look at the number that you have been given and the one that you are finding. You have been given a lesser number and you are looking for a greater number. Then that implies you're going to add up. So you skip count up. You're going to use addition or skip count up. Okay? But if you have been given a number and the one you're looking for is lesser than what you have been given, then that implies a skip count down. Okay, so we're going to do subtraction. So in the video, we listed some steps that we followed. Because of our time, we cannot list the steps, but we're going to apply it. So please pay attention, okay? So let's take these examples. So if 4 times 4 is equal to 16, find 4 times 5. Are we looking for more or less? Are we looking for more or less? Okay, Yvonne, welcome. Welcome to the class. Yes, I didn't show up early, but still we are not done, so you can still join, okay? Okay, so Brendan, Lois, they are telling us we are looking for more. And what does more imply? That implies a skip count up. If we're doing skip count up, which operation are we going to use? Let's go. Which operation are we going to use for skip count up? Okay, so more in the comment section. That is good. Which operation are you going to use for skip count up? Addition. Good. That is very, very true. That's very, very true. So we're going to use addition, okay? So with the step that we know, we are going to apply them over here. So please, those who are not familiar with the steps, please check out on the channel. There's a video on skip counting numbers. It was uploaded very recently. Okay, the steps are there and they were well explained. So do a check up on it and get yourself updated. Okay, thank you. So we are going to use addition. So write our rule over here that we're going to add. Now which number are we going to add? Which number are we going to add? Which one are you going to add? Good. So Lois is giving us 4. Otana is giving us 4. Israel is giving us 4. Okay, Irene is giving us 4. All right, thank you so much. We're going to add 4. And how many times are you going to add 4? We're going to look at the difference between 4 and 5. Now we'll tell us the number of times we're going to add 4. So what's the difference between 4 and 5? And how many times are we adding 4? Okay. So Autumn is giving us add 4 once. Good. Ben is giving us once. Lois is giving us once. Good. That is so good. You add 4 once because the difference between 4 and 5 is 1. Okay? Alright, so we're going to add 4 once to the answer that was given us already. To get 16 plus 4. Because it says you add 4 once. You just add the 4 once. Get 16 plus 4. What is the value for 16 plus 4? Yeah, the value for 16 plus 4. The value for 16 plus 4. The value for 16 plus 4. What value for 16 plus 4? All right, thank you. Osnell, Brendan, Israel, Eunice, Lois, Flourish. All right, thank you for your input. So 16 plus 4 is equal to 20. That implies that if 4 times 4 equals 16, then 4 times 5 is equal to 20. Does everyone understand? Let's move on to the second one. If 6 times 5 is equal to 30, we have to find 6 times 7. So are you looking for more or less? Okay, Ni, you are using the name in this. Oh, okay. Thank you. All right, more. And which operation are you going to use? If I'm doing more, which operation are you going to use? Which operation are you going to use? All right, so we're going to add, just as you are saying. So we add. Which amount are we adding? We add the common number to both expressions, and that is 6, okay? So we add 6. Difference between 5 and 7 here is 2. And we're going to add the 6 2 times or twice, okay? So we add 6 twice, okay? So we are going to get 30 plus 6 plus 6, okay? Sorry that my shadow is overshadowing the work, but I still have to write, okay? So sorry about that. Now, 30 plus 6 gives us 36, then plus 6 again. But we are adding the 6 twice. So we add it once, we get 36, then we add it again. And 36 plus 6 is equal to 42. So that means that 6 times 7 is equal to 42. You don't understand? If you don't understand, please write in the comment section that please, I don't understand, and I will take you through it. Okay, thank you. Let's get the next example. If 5 times 11 equals 55, find 5 times 9. If 5 times 11 equals 55, find 5 times 9. Now we're looking for more or less. More or less. Please, more or less. Let's go. More or less. More or less. More or less. So we have less. All right, from Arsenal. Thank you. More or less. Less from Israel, Lois, Priscilla. Thank you. Thank you all for your input. More, we are saying less, okay? And when operation implies a use for less. All right, so what next? To subtract. Good, you're going to subtract. Right? If you are doing less, you are going to subtract, okay? So we subtract. This what's the common number here? Common number here is 5, so we subtract 5. And the difference between 11 and 9 here is 2. So we subtract 5 twice. Okay? So we are now going to get 55 minus 5 minus 5. Okay? And 55 minus 5 is equal to 50, then minus 5 again. And 50 minus 5 is equal to 45. That implies that 5 times 9 is equal to 45. Is that what I understand? Alright. Now go to our last topic for the night. Our last topic for the night. Our last topic for the night. And that is expand and box. Okay? Expand and box. Expand and box. That's expand and box. So let's look at expand and box, okay? I'm sorry we have to rush because our time is almost up, okay? Expand and box. Please, at this juncture, if you have not subscribed to BRAINX TV, please do well to subscribe to BRAINX TV. Okay? Please do, so that we can together learn mathematics the easiest way. And then we can say that mathematics is so easy. Okay? So easy. Let's move on. We're going to expand and box method of multiplication. We're looking at the expand and box method of multiplication. Alright, so let's move on to our last topic, expand and box. That is also called the partial decomposition method. Okay? Now, as the name suggests, expand and box. Let's write a few steps under expand and box. And then we'll proceed. Please note that there's a video on expand and box method on BRAINX TV. Okay? Please do well to subscribe to BRAINX TV. Check up on the video and then get yourself abreast with the topic, okay? Because mathematics is so easy. It is so easy. Let's take a few steps and expand the box. So number one is to expand the number. The first thing to do is to expand the number, okay? Then next, we're going to write up so write the expanded number in a box, okay? Then number 3, we multiply the numbers in the box. So we multiply the numbers in the box, and finally, the 4th step. So we add the product to get the answer, okay? Through these 4 steps in the expand and box method. So let's take an example. Let's say 23 times 4, okay? 23 times 4. We're going to expand the multi-digit number over there. We expand the multi-digit number over there, and then we multiply. So I expand, for the first step, we're going to expand 23. Then 20 plus 3 times 4. That's for the first one. That's the expansion for you, okay? Then step 2, write the expanded number in a box. We're going to write this in a box, okay? Get our box beautifully drawn. $20 here, 3 here, times 4. Beautifully drawn like this, okay? And then we multiply the numbers in the box, okay? So we multiply 4 by 20. What is 4 times 20? We can hold up this 0. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. Write our 8 down. Then we add our 0 to make it 80. Okay, so 4 times 20 is equal to 80. Then 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is equal to 12. Okay, so that's what the first step. We are done multiplying the numbers in the box. And the last step is to add the product to get the answer. So you get 80 plus 12. Okay, and 0 plus 2 is equal to 2. 8 plus 1 is equal to 9. So 23 times 4 is equal to 92. Please, how do you understand? Who doesn't understand, please? Who doesn't understand? Hope you understand. All right, let's take our last example for the day. Okay, our time is up, but let's take our last example for the day. Let me do the steps and change this very one. Okay, let me do the steps. So, number 2. Let's take a 3-digit number, okay? Like 468 times 5. 468 times 5, okay? So first of all, we expand the number. So this will give us 400 plus 60 plus 8. This times 5. So I hope you can see clearly. All right. Then we put the expanded number in a box. This will give us our box beautifully drawn this way. 468 times 5. Okay, times 5, as we can see. All right, so here we go. What is 5 times 400? Now, by the annexing and adding zeros principle, okay, we are going to hold up these two zeros and multiply the non-zero digits. 5 times 4. What's the value of 5 times 4? That is 20. Write down 20 down. Okay, but we held up two zeros. We'll add the two zeros to the 20. That's going to give us 2,000. Okay, all right. Then now multiply 5 by 60. This one also has 1 0. So we hold up the 1 0 and multiply the 5 and 6. So 5 times 6 is equal to 30. So write the 30 down. Then add this to 0 to make it 300. All right. Then lastly, 5 times 8 gives us 40. This one has no zeros. We're not going to add any other zeros to 40. Okay. Then we are going to add up our products. So we get 2,000 plus 300 plus 40. So that we get it. Now we add up. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is equal to 0. 0 plus 0 plus 4 is equal to 4. 0 plus 3 is equal to 3. And 2. That's is equal to 2,340 as our final answer. All right. Please, we have come to the end of our class for this evening, and I hope you found value in what we learned today. Please don't hesitate to subscribe to BRAINX TV so that together we can learn mathematics with ease. Then we can all say that mathematics is the easiest subject ever to be taught in schools. Please, you can replay the video, look at the step-by-step approach that we used in our presentation for today. And as well, share the link of the videos to your friends, like the videos, and comment on the videos if there's anything you don't understand. And it will be addressed to your utmost satisfaction. Thank you. I see you another time. Bye. Because maths is so easy. I see you on Monday. Oh, Lois is saying no, but please, we have to go. Israel is saying see you on Monday, all right? Yvonne is saying see you on Monday, so easy. Yes, it's so easy. Pastor is saying see you on Monday to Friday, all right? Ransford is saying bye-bye. Arthur is saying bye. Oh, those who are weeping, please don't weep, okay? Bye-bye. Another time, we'll meet on BRAINX TV. Math is so easy.